G'day sports fans, it's Phantom 100 here. Welcome back to Destiny 2, fueled by juiced energy. If you don't want to have any more lag or latency issues in your brain and only online, you should try some Juiced. It is an Australian-made, sugar-free and crash-free energy formula. Just mix it with water, keeps your day bright and strong, especially if you have long nights of gaming sessions. If you want to try that product and get a 10% off code Phantom, Phantom, all in capitals. Try that on the website. You'll get 10% off on all your orders. Link is in the description below to the website. Go and check it out. Lots of great products, lots of different flavours, shakers, variety packs, all kinds of stuff you can try, and merch as well to get you started. And you get 10% off, and it helps support the channel because they're really awesome. And so I'm going to be using another one of my favourite heavy weapons I used to really want in Destiny 1. You better tell by the title and thumbnail what we're already looking at, and that's why you clicked on it, of course. But we're looking at the Queenbreaker bow today. Wow. Look at this. Isn't it pretty? It looks like you might be thinking it looks like a fallen weapon. And yeah, it does. It is akin to a fallen wire rifle, to the point where it's literally mentioned in part of the weapons kit. But this was a Destiny 1 weapon, and I wanted it for the longest amount of time, and I never got it. It was very unique, being a heavy linear fusion rifle, because back then, they weren't so commonplace. Back then, they were still a rare thing, whereas now, like, you can get legendary ones. But back then, it wasn't really, just didn't really happen in Destiny 1. And then in Destiny 2, they added this back in the game, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Didn't really pay much attention to it. And it one day just dropped during a strike when I was not even really paying attention. I was like, oh, wait, exotic. Wow. So, its intrinsic trait is actually called the wire rifle. It fires a long-range precision arc bolt that blinds enemies on hit. So it's not overly fancy, it's not the most dramatic exotic weapon, but it blinds enemies. So if it doesn't kill them, it blinds them. It's long-range precision bolts. You might think, is it like a sniper rifle? Kind of is. Being a fusion rifle, it's like a charged-up sniper rifle. But the thing that makes this stand out the most, aside from the fact that it's got two pickable talents, you can have hip-fire grip or quick draw. I kind of like quick draw more because you can swap to the weapon faster. Hip-fire grip is great if you don't want to ADS, but ADSing is kind of what this thing is about. So it has marksman sights, long-range sights with slower charge time and greater damage, displays ammo and charge levels, or combat sights, low zoom sights with faster charge time and handling, displays ability energy. So you can see over the bottom right here, if we swap to that, it dramatically changes our stats. So at the moment we have 41 impact, 68 range, 91 stability, 42 handling, 64 reload speed, and a charge time of 633. If we then swap this over to marksman sights, we lose charge time, we gain handling, lose impact, and lose range. So -2, -5, +5 handling, and the charge time goes from 633 to 300. So this means that you can shoot a lot faster. It's a bit of a close quarters combat. Probably also pairs better with hip-fire grip, honestly. So you got reduced impact, but better handling. And then if you want to go back to marksman, that's like sniper rifle, so more impact, more range, and a longer charge time. So it all depends on your playstyle. Maybe at some point during the strike, I might swap them out. So we might start it with marksman, and then we'll swap to combat. Or do we do it the other way around? No, I reckon we'll start with combat, actually, and then we'll swap to marksman maybe when we get to the boss or something like that, and we'll see how we go. I haven't actually used this weapon in a very long time. As you can see, it's saying 0 enemies defeated, but that's because I only just enabled the tracker on it, so it only tracks while it's enabled. But I haven't used it much. It does have one ornament. We don't have it, though, sadly. But it makes it Polmology, it's called. It's kind of cool. It's got this nice little glow about it. It's pretty nice. I wouldn't complain if it dropped for me, but I'm definitely not going to pay money for it. But yeah, that's pretty much all that's unique about it, is you can swap the firing styles, which means you're using one or two scopes. Because it's hard to see here, but there's actually two scopes sideways to each other, so it literally changes which one you actually look down, and that's what determines the mode. It's quite interesting how that works, actually. It's very unique in terms of design and appearance, and that's why I kind of like it, and I really wanted it for a long time. But now that I'm done blabbing about the weapon and what it basically does, we're going to try and we've got to run into a strike, because that's what we're doing with heavy weapons. We're doing strikes because it's easier to get heavy ammo, that sort of thing. So we're going to load up a Vanguard or Strike here and see what we can do. What have we got here? We've got Arc Singe, which is actually great because it is an arc weapon, as you can see here. So that works in our favour quite greatly. I didn't want to go there. Don't know why the game did that. So, yeah, Arc Singe, heavyweight, which is great, again, because it means we'll get more power ammo, and it makes the weapon more powerful. And Blackout, enemy melee attacks are more powerful, so we don't want to get punched. which is fine, because I'm going to be doing a bit of sniping and stuff with this thing. So, without further ado, we'll launch up a strike here, and get things started and show off this cool gun. And here we are, and we're at the Valley, the Cistern. Oh, it's the Inverted Spire. I remember this mission. Quite fondly. This is the mission from the like beta test of this game. Alrighty, this is the Queenbreaker. As you can see, we're looking down the short little sight. So with a short charge time, I've got to show it off. But so it's not a very long charge time like this. It's just a doink like that. And if we quickly go into the settings real quick. Now, I wish there was a better way to do this. I wish there was a way to do it without going in the menu. We're going to change to marksman real quick and show that off. So it's a different zoom. So now we're using the right hand zoom, and the charge time is much longer. You see the difference that makes? So yeah, instead of using the left, we're using the right, and then a bit of a longer charge time. That's essentially what the weapon looks like when it's operating in, long range and short range mode, with different charge times, and how it's using the left or right hand scope, which I think is really cool visually. We have used up all the ammo we have for it, so let's go and catch up with our team, and then we can hopefully get some power armor to drop, show off some of its damage numbers, and also show off its damage numbers against the boss. Now, as I was saying earlier, yeah, this strike was in the like beta slash, it wasn't really beta, it was more of like a demo of this game. So before Destiny 2 release, there was a big demo, and it was like the very beginning of the Red War arc until you lost your powers. So it was the beginning of the Red War arc. You got given an exotic weapon. Each class had its own exotic weapon to try, which was the, I'm trying to remember now, it was the Sweet Business, the Sunshot, and what was the third one? I'm actually blank. Sweet Business. If you played Titan, you got Sweet Business. If you played on the Hunter, you got Sunshot. Warlock, you got... Wow, I'm actually blanking on what weapon the Warlock got access to. Apologies, I actually don't remember. But, yeah, essentially, you got to do the first part of the Red War, like that first mission where everyone's fighting on the tower. It's long gone in the game, but if you are a player of the game of Destiny since then you would know what I'm talking about. And then you can do this strike. This was the strike. So I've done this strike like a million times before the game even came out, and it was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed it. They haven't changed it a lot dramatically. They have added certain things, like they didn't have like this big high-level shield dudes here at the start, but yeah, it was pretty cool. You could do an entire strike in this demo beta thing. I'm also really loving the new Void Warlock, especially having a little Void Soul dude that can attach to an enemy and weaken them. It's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of the Void changes, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with the Solar and Arc subclasses when we get to them. But I do like this strike. It is fun. I am glad it's still here, but it is funny that it's one of the few original strikes still in the game, because most of the other strikes from the base game, I don't think they're here anymore. I'm trying to think how many OG ones are still here, but yeah, this is one of the few left. I haven't done it in a while, though, I've got to be honest. I mean, I remember it at the back of my hand because the amount of times I've done it. I'm also surprised that despite the fact that heavyweight is a thing that we have active, there's not been any power ammo anywhere. And I'm very suspect of why that is. Because I want to show the Queenbreaker, but I can't if I don't get any ammo. Looks like nobody's getting the tank. I considered it, but changed my mind because it'll be too slow. These guys are in a hurry today, holy heckers. This bit is always tricky. I used to die here a lot in the early days, during the little demo test. I'd come through here, and there's all these places you can go, and there's also lots of things that can kill you while you're traversing through here. So it took me a few goes to get it right. I remember I played the beta on the console, and then when the beta was coming to the PC, I played it there, and that sold me on getting Destiny 2 on the PC in the first place, because I was just going to stay on the PS4 like I did with Destiny 1, but I changed my mind after I played on the PC. After I played that little demo on the PC and did the strike on that, I was like, oh my god, it's like a whole new game. And it was really hard to go back. I do play on both platforms. I do have the game, bar Witch Queen expansion. I have everything else on PS4, but it's really hard going back to that 30 FPS after playing this. It's really hard. Oh, that's satisfying. Charging up the grenade like that? That's very satisfying. I very much like it. Is there... Why is... Oh, here we go. Brilliant animation. I'm so glad I was able to get some ammo. Oh, that shot. So, you know the tooltip said that it blinds enemies? I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, how do we ever test that? Because pretty much everything that shoots, it one-shots. Aside from like really big yellow bar enemies, but they also die so quickly, it's really hard to tell if they are blinded or not. Kind of irritating. Oh, okay, that was... Alright. We're gonna get our little Void Soul buddy out here. There we go. They're killing everything too fast, though, that's the problem. I would like more power armor to drop. I do have the mod equipped that increases my power armor drops as well. Okay, that was just a waste. It also, as you would have noticed by the sound, if we can get a shot on something, it'd be great. It sounds just like a wire rifle with a fallen shooting at you. Because that essentially is what it is. Just got a fancier name. That is some more power armor right there. I would very much take that, thank you. I'd like the opportunity to use this gun more. Let's get some damage. 115,000 to that dude's head. That's pretty high, I would think. Has got quite a kick to it. Now that's special ammo, which we don't actually need, I just realised. No, we do. Because we have one of these, the glaive. Thoughts on the glaive as well, if you're a regular Destiny 2 player. I want to know your thoughts on what the glaive is like. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? I want to know your opinions on the glaive weapon. I quite like it. I'm not sure how strong it's going to be, going into the following seasons and stuff when it doesn't have its own mods. But, yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on the glaive weapon. On its ranged attack, its melee capabilities, the perks it has. Have you crafted other glaives? I want to hear about it. I would love to get some feedback on your opinions. Some people like it, some people are worried that it's going to be seen as a weak thing, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's kind of fun, but it is just my opinion. Also, having a weapon that gives you a shield is also kind of cool. I vibe with that quite a lot, actually. That's probably one of the reasons why I like it as much as I do. 174,000 to that dude's back. They're going to kill everything there, so we're not going to get much of a chance to show it off. In this area, could try and shoot one of these dudes in the weak point, but I'd have to be lucky. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to... I'd show off the weak point damage, otherwise there's no point, really. Yeah, I'm trying to show off the damage capabilities of this thing. Now, this is the maximum damage because we are staying in the long-range sniper mode. So, in the other mode, the damage is lower, but you can fire faster, so it kind of scales, I think. Because your charge time is about half. Yeah, charge time is maybe a bit more than half, because it went from 633 to 300. So you can fire it just a bit more than 50% faster. Damage is definitely pared back a little bit, and we're getting teleported down to the boss, the first ever Destiny 2 boss that I ever did. And he's going to die very quickly. Okay, we didn't even get to see any boss damage. This strike used to be a lot longer. Used to drop down multiple floors. Used to drop down and down and down and down and down all the way here. Now people are so strong, they insta-kill it. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. So probably not the most long, drawn-out, exciting explanation of this weapon. But yes, to recap, that's just slower charge time. Blah, 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 blah. I can't English, it seems. And I was going to show off the other one, but we can't. This video was definitely a bit shorter than I had planned. But, I mean, the Queenbreaker bow isn't the most flashy weapon, so there's not a lot to go over. Like, there isn't a lot to cover. The best I can say is that it's like a sniper rifle that charges up, but you do have a shorter range option with the combat sights. So, as you would have seen at the beginning of the video, it all depends on your playstyle. You know, do you want to have less zoom and shoot faster? I'd recommend probably going combat sights and then probably hipfire grip, so you can hipfire it, so you could go into close combat, use it more akin to a scout rifle or a hand cannon, I suppose, but you're firing really close. Or, if you want to hang back, go quick draw and marksman, so you can sit back with a sniper and you can pull it out really fast if need be. Both are very viable options. It does a lot of damage, even with the impact per bit. It only loses... How much impact does it lose? It loses a bit. It loses like 20 something, because it goes 20, 41. So yeah, it loses 21, not 2, like I said at the beginning of the video. Apologies for not being able to read properly. It's because it hides the numbers. You can't see them properly over the right hand side there. It's very annoying. But yeah, not a massive drop. It's about half. So it all depends. It all depends on your playstyle, what you're using it for. If you're in Crucible, maybe use combat sights, unless you're comfortable as a sniper, then marksman. I can't really recommend one over the other because they're both different enough. You're essentially getting, I guess, a charged up scout rifle or a charged up sniper rifle, depending on your playstyle. And I like it for that reason, because of that. I just wish that maybe, like, you know, some weapons you could change the element type by holding down the reload button. I think that if you could, like, hold down the reload button and swap between the sights, that'd be cool as an option. So you don't have to go in the menu to do it. So in the midst of battle, you can hold down a button, swap to a different sight, go long range, short range. I know, I guess it's made to more, like, lock you into that playstyle for whatever you're doing, but I just think it'd be more flexible, and it'd be a cool update to the weapon if you could do it without having to go in here and select these like this. But that's just my personal opinion. Let me know in the comments below if you think this weapon should be that flexible. Let me know if you've used this weapon before, or if you've been interested in it, that sort of thing. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it in terms of damage, viability, what you used it in, if you have had fun with it, all that sort of thing. It'd be great to definitely hear you guys' thoughts on it, because I like it. I think it's pretty cool aesthetically as well, so you've already got me there. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bit short, because strikes can't be very long sometimes, and if the enemy team like one-shots the boss, then yeah, it's very short. But I hope that this short little rundown gave you an idea of what this weapon looks like, performs like weapon-wise, charge times, and all that sort of thing, and I hope it inspired you to give it a go. That's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Check out the Juice site. Like and subscribe button are also free, and I stream on Saturdays, so you want to come by and watch some Nintendo Switch games, some Pokemon games, some Smash Bros, that kind of thing. Want to get involved, because I play those games with viewers too, so yeah, the stream is scheduled on the channel, so you can check that out too. I guess that's all I pretty much had to tell you about. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So until the next time, guys, dodge that game over screen. I am Phantom 100, and I'm signing out for now.